Have you ever questioned the inherent goodness or evil in people? That's a theme Harper Lee explores in her classic novel, To Kill a Mockingbird. This literary masterpiece, published in the year 1960, takes us on a journey through the Deep South, exploring themes of racial injustice, innocence, and moral complexity. Our tale is narrated by Scout, a young girl living in the small town of Macomb, Alabama during the Great Depression. Through her innocent eyes, we explore the world around her, filled with vibrant characters, each with their own story to tell. There's her older brother Jem, who shares in Scout's adventures and discoveries. And then there's their father, Atticus Finch, a lawyer of great integrity who stands as a moral compass not just for his children but for the whole town. Dive into the world of 1930s Macomb, Alabama, where the story unfolds. Chapter 1 sets the scene with Scout narrating her childhood memories. Life in Macomb, Alabama is a blend of ordinary and extraordinary for young Scout Finch and her older brother Jem. Their days are filled with the usual childhood escapades, but there's an undercurrent of mystery, largely due to their elusive neighbor, Boo Radley. During the summers, their friend Dill joins them, and together they become fascinated with Boo, who never leaves his house. Their innocence leads them to create imaginative stories about him, turning Boo into a character of their own making. This is the innocence of childhood, the ability to turn the unknown into a game, the capacity to believe in the unbelievable. But Harper Lee doesn't allow us to stay in the comfort of this innocence. Despite their innocent games, Scout, Jem and Dill are about to face the harsh realities of their society. Chapters 2 to 11 contain the life lessons that shape our young protagonists. These chapters are filled with events and experiences that form the moral compass of Scout and Jem, the novel's central characters. They learn about courage when they encounter a rabid dog and see how their father, Atticus Finch, faces it down. They witness another form of bravery in Mrs. Dubos's battle with morphine addiction. These experiences teach them that courage often lies in doing what's right, even when it's difficult. Atticus also imparts wisdom about empathy and understanding. He advises the children to step into another's shoes to truly understand their perspective. This advice is a crucial lesson that resonates throughout the novel. And then there's the symbol of the mockingbird, a creature that does nothing but sing its heart out, bringing joy to all who hear it. It symbolizes innocence and goodness. As Atticus says, it's a sin to kill a mockingbird because they only bring joy to the world. Chapters 12 to 21 present the pivotal event of the story, the trial of Tom Robinson. The trial of Tom Robinson, a black man accused of raping a white woman, Mayella Ewell, is a whirlwind of emotions, testimonies, and damning prejudice. The courthouse is packed with residents of Macomb, Alabama, all waiting to witness the outcome of this racially charged case. As the trial begins, we're introduced to the Ewell family, particularly Mayella, the alleged victim. The Ewells are a deeply impoverished family, known for their lack of education and social graces. Mayella takes the stand, her fear and vulnerability palpable. Her testimony is filled with inconsistencies, her fear of her abusive father, Bob Ewell, overshadowing the truth. She claims Tom Robinson assaulted her, but her story lacks concrete evidence. Next, we see Atticus Finch, Tom's defense attorney, and our protagonist, Scout's father. Atticus is a beacon of integrity and justice in the midst of the prejudice-filled courtroom. He meticulously dissects Mayella's testimony, laying bare the inconsistencies, and points out the lack of medical evidence. He proposes a different narrative. Tom Robinson, a one-armed man, was incapable of inflicting the injuries Mayella sustained, suggesting that it was her left-handed father who was the real culprit. Despite Atticus's brilliant defense, the racial prejudice of the time is a formidable opponent. The jury, all white men, are entrenched in their biases. Atticus's plea for their sense of justice to overcome their prejudice falls on deaf ears. The verdict is a foregone conclusion. Tom Robinson, the innocent mockingbird, is found guilty. This trial is a stark showcase of the racial prejudice that permeates Macomb. It's a bitter pill to swallow, the injustice served to Tom Robinson, but Harper Lee uses it to expose the deep-seated racism of the time, compelling us to reflect and question our own prejudices. Despite Atticus's efforts, the jury's prejudice seals Tom's fate. In chapters 22 to 31, we witness the fallout from the trial and a surprising revelation. As the town of Macomb grapples with the shocking verdict of Tom Robinson's trial, we see the various reactions that highlight the deeply ingrained prejudices and the division in the community. The aftermath is a chaotic mix of satisfaction from some and profound disappointment from others, a stark reminder of the racial divide that permeates through the town's core. The Finch family, especially Atticus, bears the brunt of the town's backlash for defending Tom. The simmering tension eventually explodes, culminating in a terrifying attack on Scout and Jem. This chilling encounter is a pivotal moment in the story, marking a significant loss of innocence for the young siblings. But amidst the chaos and darkness, a beacon of light emerges. The enigmatic Boo Radley, a character shrouded in mystery and fear, steps out of the shadows to protect Scout and Jem, revealing his true nature. He is not the monster the town's rumors made him out to be, but a misunderstood individual who chose seclusion over the judgmental eyes of society. The final revelation about Boo Radley ties neatly with the overarching theme of the book, the loss of innocence. Scout, once scared of the mere mention of Boo, now sees him for who he truly is, a guardian angel, a mockingbird who only meant to sing and bring joy. This narrative arc also underscores another central theme of the novel, moral courage. Every character, from Atticus standing up against the town's prejudice to Boo Radley saving the children, exhibits moral courage. They challenge the status quo, act against the town's norms, and eventually emerge as unlikely heroes. In the end, Scout learns that just like a mockingbird, people aren't always what they seem. The aftermath of the trial, the unexpected heroism of Boo Radley, and the profound lessons Scout learns all contribute to the rich tapestry of Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. So, what can we take away from To Kill a Mockingbird? It's not just a story woven around the lives of Scout, Jem, and Atticus Finch. It's a timeless message that Harper Lee intricately etches into our minds, subtly yet powerfully. At the core of this narrative is the theme of racial prejudice, a stark reality that has been the bane of societies across the globe. The trial of Tom Robinson, an innocent black man falsely accused, brings to light the deep-seated racial bias that prevails. It's a reminder of the grave injustices that stem from unfounded prejudices and the need for us to challenge these biases, just as Atticus Finch did. But To Kill a Mockingbird is not just about racial prejudice. It's also about the loss of innocence. We see this through the eyes of Scout, a young girl who starts to see the world not as a playground, but as a stage where morality and prejudice often clash. As she navigates through this complex world, she loses her innocence but gains a profound understanding of life's realities. And then, there's the theme of moral courage. It's the kind of courage that doesn't involve physical strength or heroism in a battlefield. It's the courage to stand up for what's right, even when the world is against you. It's the courage that Atticus Finch shows when he defends Tom Robinson, knowing that he's fighting a losing battle. It's the courage that Scout displays when she protects Boo Radley, defying societal norms. These themes are not just relevant to the era of the book, but they carry an ongoing relevance even today. They make us question our own prejudices, our understanding of right and wrong, and our ability to stand up for justice. Through Scout's eyes, Harper Lee reminds us to question our prejudices and understand others, a message that remains timeless. We're encouraged to see the world from another's perspective, to empathize, to understand, and most importantly, to uphold justice and equality. That, in essence, is the timeless message of To Kill a Mockingbird.